Welcome back. With a few days before starting my new job, I left Christchurch for an overnighter to the Ashburton Lakes.
Something happened when you walked out through my door. Can't imagine what my life was like before. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I'm a dreamer, but never dreamed a thing like this. What a feeling, flying through the universe. Oh, 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 oh.
Eager to start the adventure, I chose to take the Salin river crossing. It turned out to be more exciting and challenging than I had anticipated, but thankfully I managed to keep the bike upright. I followed some nice back roads to the Rakaya, where I was keen to snag the Strathern Bluff adventure token.
I'm a dreamer, but never dreamed a thing like this. What a feeling, flying through the universe. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
The eastern route looked overgrown and neglected, so I walked it for a bit before deciding not to take it. I then headed to the western entrance and followed the Rakaya River downstream, about halfway to the token. I opted again to skip the rest, because of the water crossings and the non-confidence inspiring car that was stuck in a river. I'll have to return with some support to collect that one.
Living the best day of my life, living the best day of my life, living the best day of my life. Living the best day of my life, living the best day of my life, living the best day of my life.
I took a break at Mount Somers for coffee and morning tea, before heading to check out the limestone cottage. The access road has seen better days, and the far end of the bank was quite steep, making for some interesting technical riding. As you can see, there is still plenty of room for improvement on my skills. Then I collected a few more adventure tokens along the way to Ashburton Lakes. Then I made it to the turnoff to Lake Emma. The ride there offered fantastic views, but the hut was plagued by too many mosquitoes for a peaceful lunch stop. Next, I headed to Lake Camp to grab another adventure token and check out the camping options. Then it was time to navigate around Lake Clearwater for the adventure token at the far end.
Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now.
The water crossing at the east side of the lake looked challenging enough that I decided to walk it first. Maybe I learned something earlier today. It turned out not to be too deep on the right hand side and only a little bit slimy. Riding west along the lake provided stunning views of the mountains and riding in the flow.
Beautiful. It's got my head all up in the clouds. I think I found it now. Everything I want might be a miracle. I know I'm never coming down.
Since it was still early in the afternoon, I pressed on towards Lake Haron. I made a quick in and out trip for the Paddle Hill Creek Adventure token. It was a fun trek that kept me on my toes with great views of the wide open plains. A brief stop at the Mauy Lakes and another in and out to Lake Emily followed. Filled with more fantastic riding, some challenging but nothing crazy. I finally collected the last adventure token for the day at Lake Haron and checked out the local campsite. Underwhelmed by the sight and recalling how nice the camp at Lake Camp looked, I decided to head back there. The first day wrapped up with a windy but warm evening, making a great start to my mini getaway. Pretty good day.